Hello, fourth graders. Today we are doing Unit 1, Lesson 9 in a math book. Before we get to the math, though, here's a letter for your parents, and it's in English and in Spanish, if your parents read in either of those languages. Basically, what this letter is saying is, if you look up at this example right here, it shows a non-example of subtraction. We're starting with subtraction and ungrouping and that sort of thing. And what a lot of kids do by accident is they look at the number and they see the number on the top and the number on the bottom. And this is the total, and really one of the partners and the other partner will be the answer. And they think, oh, 4 minus 8. Well, I know 8 minus 4 is 4, so they put 4. But subtraction is different from addition. You cannot flip them around in either order. Subtraction has to be the top number taking away the bottom number. So if you have 4, can you take 8 away? You can take away 1, 2, 3, 4, but you only have 4. You can't take 8 away from it. So we have to do what's called ungrouping, which is when you go over to the next place value, you break that group of 10 into 10 ones, bring it on back to the ones place, then you'd have 14, and that is enough to take 8 from. Okay, this should sound familiar. If not, don't worry, we're gonna have a ton of practice with that today, but this letter just explains that idea to your parents. And also, because kids can make that mistake so frequently, we're going to recommend that before you even start doing the math, you just get all the ungrouping that you need to do out of the way before you start. So, for example, with this one, you have 4 minus 8. That's not going to work, so you have to ungroup. So you have 2 10s now. That other 10 joins the ones place. And it's important that it's joining what's already there. So the 10 plus the 4 ones that are already there makes 14. 14 ones minus 8 ones is fine, right? That'll work. But then we have 2 minus 5. 2 10s minus 5 10s. If you have 2, you can't take 5, right? There's just not enough. So you have to ungroup again. So you go over to your hundreds place, break one of those hundreds into 10 10s. Now you have 12 take away 5. And that's fine, right? That's going to be no problem. And then you look over here, okay, 5 take away 1, 5 take away 1. That's fine. No problem there. So you don't need to do any more ungrouping, and you can just go ahead and finish the subtraction now. And so you have the 14 minus the 8, and that's 6. The 12 minus the 5, and that's 7. And the 5 minus the 1, and that's 4. And the 1 minus the nothing, and that's 1. So we're going to practice that now, so go ahead and you can rip this page out and go give it to your parents. So pause this, rip it out, run it over to your mom and dad, and then come back and hit play. All right, so we're going to get started. So first we're going to ungroup all at once. They say you can go from left to right. I find that to be confusing, and I don't really recommend it. I'd rather we all just go from right to left. You could go step by step or all at once. When there's zeros there, I think it makes more sense to do it step by step. So you do, for example, 0 minus 2. If you have 0, you can't take away 2, so you have to ungroup, and you look over there and you're like, oh no, there's a 0 over there. So you look over there, and then you go, oh no, there's a 0 over there. So you look over there. And then you have 8,000. So you leave those 7,000 there. Take 1,000 over into 10 hundreds. And then now you have 10 hundreds. So you can leave 9 of them. And then you have 10 tens over here. And then you leave 9 of those. And then you have 10 ones. That's how I like to do it step by step. Some people, after they've recognized that pattern of putting the 9s above the zeros and thinking, okay, like, do I understand that 10 ones plus 9 tens plus 9 hundreds plus 7,000 is the same as 8,000? If you're ready for that, you can do that. But if that stresses you out, don't worry about it. Going from left to right, If you start there, I kind of don't even want to discuss it that much because I'm worried it's going to confuse you. So if you're worried you're going to be confused, you can just earmuffs for this part. But you could do 4 minus 2. Well, that would work. So you kind of have to like go back and forth a little bit. I don't really like it. We're just going to do right to left. So starting in the ones place and moving that way. I'm going to put a little concern face because it's not my favorite. If you have things that aren't 0 in that top number, you can't just put a 10 there and have it replace whatever number, like an 8 or a 6 or something. The 10 has to join what is in that place value already. So here, that 10 joined the 3 and it turned it into 13. Over here, the 10 joined 0, right? So it became 10, and then we lost one over to the 13, right? So it made a 9 over there. Over here, that 10 joined that 6, and it made it 16. So just make sure you're not just putting 10s only. It's joining whatever is already there. Okay, I think that covers it. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to do these 3 for sure together, and then if you're feeling good, you can go ahead after we've done these 3 together and do like row by row and checking in with me, but I don't want you to get too far ahead, okay? So let's start with number 7. 4 minus 6, 4 take away 6, that's not going to work, so we have to ungroup. So we look over here, we have 3 10s, we're going to leave 2 of them. Now we have 14 ones. 14 minus 6 is 8. 2 minus 5, it's not going to work, so we have to ungroup. So we leave our 500s there, and now we have 12. 12 minus 5 is just 7, and then 5 minus 2, 500 minus 200 is 300. I feel like that's kind of small. I wonder if I could somehow, there isn't really a zoom feature on my thing, so make sure you have this in full screen. Okay, that'll be helpful. All right, now I'm going to ungroup all the way across on this one. So 0 minus 1, that won't work. Looking over here, that's not going to be helpful. 800, we're going to leave 7 of those hundreds. We're going to bring over those 10 10s. I'm going to leave 9 of those 10s, and then we'll have 10 ones. So 10 minus 1 then is 9. 9 minus 9 is 0. And 7 minus 6 is 1. Okay, let's go ahead and ungroup all the way across the top. So 2 minus 8, not going to work. 6 minus 7, so we'll leave that 5. Now we have 12. Okay, 5 minus 7, also not going to work, so we'll leave our 300. Now we have 15. 3 minus 6, that's not going to work. So we have 8,000 there, and now 13. So 12 minus 8 is 4. 15 minus 7 is 8. 13 minus 6 is 7. And 8 minus 5 is 3. 3,784. Okay. So here we go. We're going to go row by row. So I want you to not get too far ahead. So if you're feeling good, you can go ahead and do this row and then correct them with me. Okay. 9 minus 6, that's fine. 1 minus 4, though, that's not going to work. So we're going to need to ungroup. So we'll have 800 there and then 11 there. And then 8 minus 8, that should be fine. And 7 minus 3, that should be fine. So 9 minus 6, 3 ones. 11 minus 4, there's 7 10s. 800 minus 800 is 0 and 7,000 minus 3,000 is 4,000. Okay. Looking over at this one, 2 minus 9, 2 take away 9, not gonna work. So we have to ungroup. We look over here. Ooh, nothing over there. Okay, 5 minus 7, also not going to work. And then 8,000 minus 300. Well, that would be fine, but we're going to need to ungroup for all these ones over here. So we'll leave 7,000, and then we'll have 15 hundreds. We'll leave 14 of those hundreds, and then we'll have 10 tens. We'll leave 9 of those tens, and then we'll have 12 ones. Okay, 12 minus 9, that's 3. 9 minus 4, that's 5. 14 minus 7 is 7, and 7,000 minus 3,000 is 4,000. Okay, taking a look at this one, ungrouping all the way across the top. 1 minus 5, if you have 1, can you take away 5? No, that's not going to work. So we come over here, we're going to leave one of our 10s, and now we have the 10 ones join the ones place, so we have 11 minus 5. Okay, then 2 minus 8, that won't work either, so we'll take 3 of our thousands, leave them there. 1,000 is going to turn into 10 hundreds and join the hundreds place, so now we have 1,200. Okay, so 11 take away 5 is 6. 110 take away nothing is 110. 12 hundreds take away 8 hundreds is 400. And then 3,000 take away 2,000 is just 1,000. All right. If you're feeling good, you can try this one, but you're also welcome to stay with me. All right, we got zeros. We're gonna go bam, 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 all the way across. So we're gonna leave 6,000. We'll have our 10, which turns into 9, and then a 10, which turns into 9, and then a 10. That's kind of that pattern that we talked about, all the things that are in between to get something over to the ones place, so you're just gonna go down by 1. So it goes like 1 less than that, and then 9, 9, and then 10 for all the zeros in between. 10 take away 2 is 8. 9 take away 7 is 2. 9 take away 5 is 4. And 6 take away nothing is 6. All right. 0 take away 3 is not going to work, so we're going to ungroup. Bring that 4 over, then we have 10 there. So 4 take away 9 also won't work, so we'll ungroup again. Then we'll have 500, and then this will be 14. 5 take away 7. 5 take away 7, not gonna work. We'll leave our 3,000, and then we have 1,500. Okay. 10 minus 3 is 7, and 14 minus 9 is 5, and 15 minus 7 is 8, and 3 minus 2 is 1. Now, I'm writing fairly small, and I'm kind of running out of some space here. You're welcome, if you'd like to use your whiteboard instead of doing all of this in this tiny amount of space. You're always welcome to use your whiteboard. 5 minus 1, that should be fine. 0 minus 1, that's not going to work, so we'll ungroup. Turn that into 10. 5 minus 7 also won't work, so then that'll be 15. Okay, so 5 minus 1 is 4. 10 minus 1 is 9. 15 minus 7 again is 8. And then 3 minus 1 is 2. I'm going to change colors just because I think that'll help it be easier to see. All right, now we have some different place value things going on in our first partner, but that's okay in our thing that we're subtracting. Okay, we're gonna ungroup as much as we need to. 0 minus 8, that won't work. So we'll ungroup over here. We'll have a 10, and this will turn into 1. And then you'll have 1 minus 3, that's not gonna work either. So we take our 100, now we have 0 hundreds, and that turns into an 11. And then the rest of that should be fine, right? Because there's nothing to subtract. So 10 take away 8 is 2. 11 take away 3 is 8. 0 take away nothing is 0. And 3,000 take away nothing is 3,000. All right. 2 take away 5. So that'll turn into 12, and this will turn into 7. 7 take away 9. No. There's nothing over there, so we got to bring something over there. So we'll have 5,000, and then we'll have 10 hundreds, and then we'll leave 9 of those hundreds, and now we have 17 in the tens place, okay? I know it's a little squishy. 12 take away 5 is 7. 17 take away 9 is 8. 9 take away nothing is 9, and 5,000 take away nothing is 5,000. All right, next one. If we have 7, can we take away 8? No. So we got to ungroup, but there's nothing over here. So we're going to go over there. We see we have 100, we will leave 0 hundreds, and now we have 10 tens, and then we'll leave 9 of them, and then we'll have 17 ones, and then 0, nothing, taking away 4, that also will not work. So then we'll take our 1, leave our 1,000, and we'll have 10 hundreds there. Okay, so 17 take away 8. That's 9. 9 tens take away 2 tens. That's 7 tens. 10 hundreds take away 4 hundreds. That's 6 hundreds. And 1,000 take away nothing is 1,000. Okay. Let's keep on rolling. If you're feeling good, go ahead and try this one on your own. If you want to stay with me, you are welcome to do so. 2 take away 4. Will that work? 2 taking away 4? So we're going to ungroup, leave 4 of those tens, and now we have 12. That should be good for that. 4 take away 6, though. Nope. So we leave 7 hundreds, and now we have 14 tens. 7 take away 9. So we're going to leave 0 in the thousands, and now we have 1,700. Okay. 12 take away 4, that's 8. 14 take away 6, that's also 8. And then 17 take away 9, that is also 8. Oh, how fun. 888. Okay. Here we go again. 2 take away 4. Not gonna work, so we have to ungroup, and then we leave 8 in the tens place. Now we have 12. 8 take away 0. Is that gonna work? Yeah, that's fine. We've been on a ungrouping like crazy phase, but that's fine. So we're not gonna ungroup for that. 8 take away 0 is fine. Then we have 6 take away 7 though. Will that work? So we'll ungroup for that. We'll leave 2,000, and then we'll have 1,600s. Okay, so 12 take away 4, that's 8. 8 take away nothing, that's 8. 16 take away 7, that's 9. And 2,000 take away 2,000, that's 0. You can mathematically, you can either write a 0 here, or you can just leave it blank. Either way is appropriate. Okay. Next one, here we go. 5 take away 2. Is that going to work? Yeah, that's fine. 1 take away 4, though. No. So we're going to come over here to our 7, leave 6. Now we have 11. Take away 4, that should be fine. Now this was going to be fine, the 7 take away the 7. But we turned it into a 6, so now it's not going to work. And this is why I don't really like going from left to right, because you could have thought that's fine, and then now you have to go back, and I worry that going back and forth in this already complicated thing is just too confusing. So 6 take away 7, not gonna work, so we'll leave our 7,000, and now we have 1,600. Okay, now we're ready to go. 5 take away 2 is 3. 11 take away 4 is 7. 16 take away 7 is 9. Right? Yeah. 7 take away 6 is 1. Okay. You're feeling good about these last ones. You're welcome to give them a go. We got a whole bunch of zeros. We're going to try that thing that they were doing before where you have this one's going to go down by the 1, and then these will turn into 9, 9, and 10. Because really, it was 10 to 9 to 10 to 9 to 10. If that's confusing, don't worry about it. Just do it the same way that we have been. 10 take away 1 is 9. 9 take away 5 is 4. 9 take away 3 is 6. And 5 take away 4 is 1. Alrighty. Here we go. We're going to go from this 4 to 300, and then it'll be 10, and then immediately down to 9 because we have to bring something over there. So we'll put 9 there, and then 10 there. So 10 take away 5, 5. 9 take away 1, 8. 300 take away 200, 100, and 7,000 take away 1,000, 6,000. Alrighty, last one in this chunk. 3 take away 4, not gonna work, so we gotta ungroup. And then we have 13 take away 4. This will become 7. 7 take away 9, also not going to work, so we'll come over here. We'll have 4, and then we'll turn that into 17 tens. 4 take away 7, nope. So then we'll take one of our thousands, leave the other 2, and we have 14. All right, 13 take away 4 is 9. 17 take away 9 is 8. 14 take away 7 is 7. And 2,000 take away 1,000 is 1,000. Now, I should have mentioned this earlier, but as you're going through these, if you're like, oh boy, it's taken me a long time to do these quick, like, single-digit subtractions, I would highly recommend that you use either flashcards or a game like Math Fact Monster that I posted in our Canvas to practice those, because it helps a lot to have those down pat, because as you can see, I'm not taking the time to count out each one. If you have to count out each one, I mean, you got to do what you got to do. But after you've become so familiar and you've memorized your math facts, it makes all of these kinds of problems so much easier. So please take the time, practice those math facts, and then every day of math will be a little bit easier for you. Okay. Now we're going to solve these 2 word problems, and then we'll be done with this for today. So, Jake has 647 pennies in his penny collection album. The album has space for 1,000 pennies. How many more pennies can Jake place in the album? Now, sometimes when people see how many more, they think, oh, I'm supposed to be adding, but think about this for a moment. He has this amount of space. The whole amount of space can hold 1,000. He's already filled up a part of it, and there's another part that's empty. The empty part and the part that he filled is the 1,000, which means if you take 1,000, take away the part that he's filled, you'll be left with the empty part, and that's what we're looking for. So we're going to set up a subtraction problem. 1,000, the total, taking away the one partner of the 647. I'll use my orange pen to answer this one. So we'll do that thing where we cross this off and we make that 0, and then this will be 9, 9, 10. Boom, boom, boom. 10 take away 7 is 3. 9 take away 4 is 5. 9 take away 6 is 3. So he has space for 353 more pennies. Okay. A ship is making an 8,509-mile voyage. So far, it has sailed 2,957 miles. How many miles of the voyage remain? So if it's going on this whole stretch of 8,500 miles, it's already done one part of it, but it has this much left. It's this plus that equals 8,000. So the 8,000 take away the first chunk, leaves us with the second chunk, and that's what we're looking for. So 8,509 take away or minus 2,957. Okay, making sure you lined up all your place values correctly and you copied the numbers carefully. 9 take away 7, will that work? Yeah, that's fine, it's just 2, right? 0 take away 5 though. We're going to come over here, we're going to ungroup, we're going to leave 4 of those hundreds, take 1 over, and then while we're up here we might as well ungroup the rest of the way because we can see already 400 take away 900, not going to fly, not going to work. So we'll leave our 7,000 over there, bring over those 10 hundreds, so now we have 1,400. Okay, so 10 take away 5 is just 5. 14 take away 9 is also 5. And then 7 take away 2 is also 5. So they have 5,552 miles that remain in the voyage. All right, I want you to check and see what your assignment is for today, and I'll catch you next time. All right, bye-bye.